Hello, we're back with our Bragg's fantasy scenario in Barren Victory. This is the 1530 turn and the second part of the Union phase of the 1530 turn. In the previous video, we finished the movement and close combat phase, so now we have to, uh, our main goal will be to perform the fire combat phase. So first the non-phasing player, the Confederate side, fires, followed by the Union fire combat. Um, so we will just move roughly from north to south and do all the fire combat initiated by the Confederate side. First here, I think we'll have both units here. So Clayton's brigade and Bates' brigade fire on this hex here, which has I believe this, yeah, this is King's brigade. It has C morale level. So we have two A levels here. Oh, we're bloodlusted here. That's interesting. Could potentially close. Oh, what am I saying? This is fire combat. Never mind. Yeah, so we'll do our fire combat. We have two A levels at 4 each at range 1, so that's a total of 8 fire points. So we're rolling on this column here. And we rolled a 7. So that's 1.5 rounding up due to the rounding dice. So that's 2 permanent losses. And then for the straggler roll, we're on this chart here, sea level morale, rolled a 3. So that's 1. So 2 permanent losses and 1 straggler. Let's mark that now on King's brigade. So we need to move these two here, put our 2 permanent losses here, and our 1 straggler here, which now means they are wrecked. That will not affect the morale calculation we're about to do, but in any future rolls, King's Brigade will suffer a significant morale impairment, if you will, because it has wrecked status. Unless, of course, it can recover stragglers and unwreck itself. Now, the morale result, it was a 46, and the unit starts out shaken. So sea level, shaken is down 1 row, so we start here. So 46 puts us here, shaken back 1. Shaken plus shaken equals shaken, doesn't equal disorganized, but it is forced to retreat 1. And so move this off for a second. Oh, but I forgot that Reynolds was in this here. Reynolds, we also have to take into account Reynolds' leader rating of a 3. So 3 minus 1 is 2. So we go down 1, but then up 2, which actually puts us a 46 is just shaken, actually. So the fact that Reynolds was in the hex saved King's Brigade from having to retreat, but we do have to roll on the leader loss table. For Reynolds. So we'll just put this back, and let's see, leader loss is 2d6, so we'll roll that. Rolled a 7, so Reynolds survives. So both of these units have fired. Now, oh yeah. Now we will have, do we want these two units to combine their fire on here, or do we want, I think we want separate rolls here. So this unit has morale C, but it is bloodlusted. So Robertson with A fire level will roll on the 4 column here. Roll an 8. So roll a 1. A straggler roll of 1 will not affect anything, and the morale roll of a 13 will not amount to anything. What did I say his morale was? I've forgotten already. C. Well, actually, since he's bloodlusted, we just checked this, and that means we just checked the bloodlust morale check, and that so there's no morale effect. So we do need to take 1 permanent loss from Carlin. And so that almost wrecks him. In fact, that does wreck him. Once you reach the check mark, you're wrecked. Oh no. You know what? I better check that rule. I've suddenly drawn a blank on that one. Remember where to find that in the rules. Lost charts. Does not say there when a unit is wrecked. Well, it won't matter this turn. I'll look it up after I'm done with this video, unless I'm forced to look it up. I want to say it's wrecked now. If you reach the check mark, then you're wrecked. But I could be misremembering that. So we applied Carlin's loss. Now, think how we want to do this. Benning can fire on Heg at range 1. McNair can fire along this hex side as well at range 2. And Greg can also fire at range 2 into this hex. This unit cannot do that. So we have A at range 1 is 4, and then we have 2 2s here. All of these are A, so a total of 8 infantry fire points firing at that. So we're on the 7 to 8 column. And the morale here level is B for Haig's division or brigade. And the leader only has a leader rating of 1, the replacement leader, so that won't affect the morale roll. So let's roll our combat dice. A 5 on the 7 to 8 is a 1. A straggler roll of 6 on the B is a 1. So 1 loss, 1 straggler for Haig. And he may be wrecked as well. Whoops. And we should put so technically Davis is a wrecked division. Yeah, when you reach the check mark, you're wrecked. Yeah, so these 2 brigades are both wrecked, and so the division is wrecked. I don't think that will affect anything in this fire combat phase. And as far as the morale roll goes, the brigade or the division was not wrecked. Well, the brigade was not wrecked at the start of the combat, so we don't apply that modifier to this combat. So B morale 33 is going to be no result anyways. So all of these units have fired. This got B fire level here, firing at range 2, can fire into 2 here, and then this unit can fire A level at range 1. Now this unit could also fire on this one. These are of course these are three counters representing 1 extended brigade. It doesn't really matter, so I'm going to use these 2 units to fire at this hex and these 2 units to fire at this hex. I'm not required to concentrate all my fire into one combat when a brigade is extended like this. The rule is that all the fire into a single hex has to be combined, not all the fire on a single unit. So that is one downside of extending your brigade, is that it's more susceptible to have to retreat in the sense that it can be fired on multiple times. So we've got 4 here plus, we got 4 here plus this is B level firing at range 2, so that's 1, so a total of 5. And Wilder's brigade has a fire rating or morale level, so we're on the 5 to 6 column here. Roll a 5 on the 5 to 6, so that's 1 permanent. Straggler roll of 3 with a morale level of A is nothing. And then let's see, firing here, there's no modifiers because this brigade is not wrecked yet. So this counter here actually gets a bloodlust counter as a result of the that fire combat. Not exactly the result Bragg was looking for. Now these two units, both A, there's limbered artillery in that hex, 2 A's here, so 8 fire points on this hex, and it's shaken to start with. So we're rolling on the 7 to 8 column. Roll to 7. That's 1.5. Round up to 2 losses. Wait, did I? I think I forgot to apply my initial loss to. I was rolling on the. Yeah, so we're 1 loss on Wilder so far, but we should apply it now. So let me apply that to Wilder, that loss. Not wrecked yet. So now we're doing the second one, so that's on the, so roll a 1.5, round up to 2, straggler roll a 4, the shaken status here does not affect the straggler table, so we're rolling on this chart here because the initial loss was 1.5, so rolled a 4 on a, so that's 1 straggler, so a total of 3 permanent losses and 1 straggler on Wilder. Or sorry, just 2 because we already applied the 1. So two more permanent losses. And 1 straggler, which brings it down to a B level, and it is wrecked. I mean, the normal thing to do would be to, it took the fire here. That's another thing I need to read up on after this video's over, is just, I think the rules say you can take it from any, like the owning player can take it from anywhere, can reduce the fire level anywhere they want. So I think what they will do is they will apply it. I think the smartest thing to do would be to apply it here. So at least for the purposes of this video, we will do it that way. So I believe that's all the fire combat that the Union is eligible to fire. So now that the Confederacy is eligible to fire. So now the Union gets to do its fire combat. So first, there's obviously line of sight to here and here. I think they want to try to do 2 separate combats to get 2 shots at causing a retreat. So first we'll have B fire level at range 1 against Clayton, which has C level morale and is bloodlusted, I believe. So B at range 1, we're on the 2 column here. So rolled a 6. So that's just a morale check, no losses. And then I've already forgotten. C, we said, yeah. So actually it's bloodlusted, so we just applied the morale roll to the bloodlust table, and it's no effect, so it remains bloodlusted. So no effect there. And then this unit, which has a fire level and 5 artillery points, all at range 1, will fire into bait. This is probably not going to go well for bait. So we've got 4 for the infantry and 4 for the artillery. So we're on the 7 to 8 column here, rolling against A level morale. So rolled a 3. So that's 1 permanent loss. A straggler roll of 5 for an A is 0. I'm just looking at the die roll modifiers here. I see a +2 to die if unit is routed from a wrecked brigade. From a wrecked brigade, or fire is at night. Not sure about the wording from a wrecked brigade, but anyways, maybe they mean that so an extended line marker would qualify. Anyways, so let me just do this again. So lost my train of thought there. So we rolled a 3. So 1 permanent loss. And no stragglers. And then the morale result is a 41 on the A, which is no effect. So 1 permanent loss for bait. That's about as well as bait could have hoped for. But that does put him down to B fire level. Both sides are running out of gas here. So we will put a B fire level marker on him. So we've done our fire here. Now these two could combine here, but I think they're going to want to split their fire. So first we'll, so low morale. We haven't done a low ammo combat roll here yet. Doesn't say. I think it's halved, if I remember right. A low ammo fire combat is halved in strength. So we're starting at A level, so that means we're starting at 4, but low ammo means it's halved, so it's down to 2, plus 2 units of artillery at range 1. So that's 2 more, so a total of 4 fire points on Robertson. And Robertson is at A, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. Roll a 5. That's half. Round up to 1. Straggle roll of 6. So we're on this chart. So that's 1 permanent, 1 straggler on Robertson, and the morale result is a 43 on the A, which is going to be no effect. So we have to do our one loss, one straggler to Robertson. Ooh. So that puts Robertson down to B fire level. The attack is definitely starting to run out of steam. Ah, I didn't mean to do that. Now, Heg will fire on Law. Not on Law. Law's the leader. On Benning, who's a B. So here we have A fire level and 3 artillery, all at range 1. So that's 4. Plus 3 is 7. So we're on the 7 to 8 column here. And I've already forgotten the morale level. B. B for Benning. Alright, so let's roll. 11, so that's going to be another low ammo result. However, causing 2 permanent losses, a straggler roll of 3 on the B. We're on this table here. So 2 losses, 1 straggler, a morale result of no effect. And then Law has to take, well, let me apply that first. So 2 losses, 1 straggler. Let's put our low ammo counter on there before we forget. Oops. Oh, that's right. Oh, we did something wrong there. How did this get on top? That should be on top. How did we... Oh, I think we cloned... We cloned the artillery somehow. So there should be just 2 artillery points on there. Alright, that looks right. And so we've got our low ammo here. So 2 permanent, 1 straggler for Benning. So we need to go 1, 2 here. One straggler. And he is wrecked. So should put 1 here. And now we have to do our leader loss roll for Law. Roll a 4, no effect. Alright, so we're done with fire combat here. No one is... This unit does not have line of sight to this one, not even the artillery in this hex. The artillery in this hex could fire at range 3 to either here or here. I guess we'll just have them fire here. So a maximum of 5 artillery can fire out of the hex. So here at a range of 2 to 3, so that's 3 fire combat points firing against this hex, which has a, oh, that's a A. I think it may be make more sense to fire on this one. A little better chance of getting a retreat result. So we'll do it against that one. Rolled an 8. We're on the 3 column. So that's 1 permanent, a straggler roll of 5 on the B. So 1 permanent, 1 straggler. Whoops. And the morale loss of, or morale roll of 35 on a B is no effect. So Greg is going to take 1 permanent loss and 1 straggler. And now Wilder gets to fire, and I do want to remember to give them their parenthetical values here because they have enhanced firepower. So we have. So I think we'll have. Let's see. Where do we want to fire? I think we want to fire on the flank here. So this unit will fire here. This unit will fire here. So first we'll roll here. So B fire level at range 1. So that's, we're rolling on the 3 column. So this column right here against a morale rating of B. Rolled a 6. So that's a half, round down to no losses. Straggler roll of 5 on this table for B. So 1 straggler. Gracie takes, excuse me. And the morale result is going to be no effect. A 33 on the B is a no effect. So far 1 straggler on Gracie. Now this unit will fire on this one. So B again. So back to the 3 to 4 column here. Rolled an 8. So that's 1 loss, 1 permanent. Straggle roll of 2 on a B is not going to be anything. Nope. And then the morale result of 42 is going to be nil. So end result of 1 permanent and 1 straggler, I believe, on Gracie. And I think that is all the fire combat the Union is eligible to take. There's no line of sight here. Obviously none here. Yeah, so we're done with the fire combat phase. So now there's straggler recovery, which we're not eligible to do during a turn that starts on the half hour. Uh, now we're in the rally phase. Which means that this unit here goes down to shaken. This unit loses its shaken marker. Whoops. This unit becomes shaken. The bloodlust stays because it's adjacent to an enemy unit, and the shaken marker is removed in this case. Why are there two AB markers here? One of those has to be an extra one, so I'm just going to delete it. All right, that's the end of the 1530 turn. The next video will be we'll start the 1600 turn, and it will be the Confederate phase of the 1600 turn. I would have to say that overall the Confederate attack is not succeeding. It has not managed to push the Union off of the Lafayette Road. First Corps units are getting worn down pretty much, so they really can't not going to be able to continue the fight too long. And plus, the Union has reinforcements arriving to the Lafayette Road. So right now, things are not looking good for the Confederate side.